Hey, thanks so much for clicking on this video and welcome to the Haves and the Have-Nots review here on YouTube. If you're a fan of Tyler Perry, you've come to the right place. Be sure to click that subscribe button as well as the bell notification icon. That way you don't miss out on any new content on the channel. And also check me out on these social media platforms, and links in the description below will lead you to my Twitter, Instagram, Facebook group, and Facebook page. Once again, thanks for joining in and enjoy the video. Alright, have and have not fans, and this is just something that slightly bothered me, and by slightly I mean really slightly, because I try not to let comments affect me because, well, it's the internet and you really can't take what people say to heart because, well, if they can't say it to your face, then it really doesn't matter, at least in my opinion. Not to mention if people say something to your face you don't like, hey, everybody's entitled to their opinion, whether they like what you do or don't, or if they like you or don't, you can't control it. But there have been just a few people on various videos that, and I'm not even going to mention who they are because some of them may be trolls, others just might be, well, disgruntled people. But like I said, I can't control how people feel. Now, my intention with this channel is not to turn people off to the haves and have-nots. I am a fan like everyone else. I can't stress that enough because people still think I work for Tyler Perry and I don't. I get on here to talk about a show that I love because, trust and believe, when I first started YouTube, I could have easily just did a Dragon Ball or Pokemon or one of the CW shows like The Flash because I love watching those shows as well. But they aren't perfect. There are problems with those series. And I grew up watching Pokemon and Dragon Ball since I was like 8 or 9 years old. But with the haves and the have-nots, I get on here and I talk my truth, my opinion, my perspective of the show. And as you all know, and I know a lot of you feel the same way, the show, number one, is not as good as it used to be. Number two, the show has never been, well, perfect by any means. I mean, to be honest, like I said before, the first couple seasons, pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. But complaints for the show have always come up, mainly about things that the show itself couldn't control. Number one, too many commercials. And number two, not being an everyday soap opera. It's just pretty much, once a week for any given amount of maybe 2 or 3 months, and then it's gone. But I get on here to talk about what I think about the show. Yes, there are things that need to be done for improvement. And mainly it's because of the fact that Tyler Perry did so well with the show when it first came out that the decrease in quality has become quite obvious. I mean, there have been storylines established and whatnot, and storylines dragged out for a while, even back when the show first started. But even then, they weren't as stretched out to a ridiculous length like they are now. And I don't even feel like talking about every single one, for example, but just know that if you watch my videos and get turned off to the show, honestly, again, I don't know what to tell you. I am not going to beg you to watch the show because, well, for every person not watching, there's a new crop of people who are new to the show. And I still believe that having the shows on Hulu has definitely boosted interest in the haves and the have-nots due to the fact that, every episode is accessible, at least for the first 4 seasons. Now people can watch, season 5 as it airs. And keep in mind, we only have a handful of episodes left before it goes off the air. So hopefully soon after season 5 is done on OWN, they'll put the season on Hulu, meaning that all the episodes will be on there for people to watch. So I feel the same way like back when I was at the call center. I couldn't say this over the phone, obviously, because I work for Liberty. It's like disgruntled people who wanted to quit the school and whatnot because they felt wrong for whatever reason. It's like, well, you know what? I'm leaving this school. I'm withdrawing from my classes. I'm never signing up again. And, I pretty much just sit there in silence because it's just like, in reality, you quit, but there's like 1,000 other people who want to take your place. And there have been students who actually told me that when I was working there. It's like, well, I know it doesn't matter because, well, I'm leaving the school, but you probably got like 500 other people coming in. And in reality, that's a fact because of admissions, but that's not my place to say it. So again, I don't work for Tyler Perry Studios. I don't work for Tyler Perry. I'm just a fan like everyone else. If my videos turn people off to the show, again, I'm not going to say I'm sorry, because I am a person giving my honest opinion. True, I get on here and gripe about the show sometimes because, once again, we all know Tyler Perry can do better when it comes to certain aspects of the show. But if you watch some of my other videos, you know that I am fair, at least in my standard, because, oh, I'll bash something when I think it is really terrible, but I will praise something on the show when I think it's good. Like, even Justin, I said one of my favorite moments was when he was grilling RK when he walked in on him and Jeffrey in the hotel room. I'm like, now that's a legit cop right there. But 99% of the times I hate the character. Even with Candace, props to her scene with Hannah when the demon came out. That was a excellent scene between those two. But I'm not going to sit here and act like the show is imperfect in terms of the storylines being too slow, Tyler Perry needing to hire more writers. So once again, that's really all I got to say on it. If you lose interest in the show because of what I say, either my impact is a lot stronger than I thought, or you didn't have a lot of interest in the show to begin with if you let one person's opinion turn you off to it. So that's all I had to say. If you don't want to watch the show anymore because of my videos, then that's up to you. But if you're like me and you continue to watch the show because you love the show, then more power to you. Keep on trucking. I mean, I felt like I've been riding this train since episode 1. Why not just see it to the end? So subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And if you stop watching the Haves and the Have-Nots, don't worry. I do videos and other shows as well here and there. So thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll talk to you in the next video.